Bruce with wearechangecolorado.org here, WACC TV on YouTube. Thanks for checking in on this video. I'm here with Josh Hart, and this is a powerful interview. We're going to break it down quick. We're going to get this information out to you so that you can share it and get it out to your family, your friends, your coworkers. Everyone around you needs to know this information. This is some of the most powerful information you're about to ever hear. Josh, you started StopSmartMeters.org a couple years ago, correct?
4 years ago in 2010, yeah.
Okay, so this movement has been building to stop smart meters, and I kind of want to give you a chance to explain a little bit what a smart meter is and how can you stop a smart meter if it's already on your house.
Well, Bruce, a smart meter is any new digital or wireless meter, utility meter. They can be for gas, water, or electric utility services. Utilities all over the country and around the world are deploying these stealthily, generally without advance notice or without seeking permission. And these are hazardous to your health from the RF radiation.
And what's that? RF, what's that? Basically,
this is wireless. It's microwave radiation. It's non-ionizing radiation in the microwave spectrum. So these smart meters typically transmit at about 900 megahertz, which is about like your cell phone. They emit very brief millisecond pulses, up between 10 and 190,000 times a day. So these are these kind of pulse microwave emissions are known to damage human health, environmental health, biology in a number of different ways, including fragmentation of your DNA. So this is not healthy. This is radiation that the World Health Organization in 2011 came out with a finding that they say that this radiation may cause cancer. And many people are coming down with brain tumors from their cell phones. We've had cancer cases from smart meter exposure, particularly at close range. So this is very serious. People need to wake up to this threat, and they need to mobilize and refuse to have these meters in or on their homes.
And so for everyone to really get specific, I had to go look at my house and see, do I have a smart meter? And no, I still have an analog meter, the old school spinny one. It's a one-way unit. That's what you want to go check. And if you don't have the spinny old school analog one, you're going to want to get away from that. And you're not going to want to continue walking by that if you have to. If you're at an apartment, you're going to want to talk to your landlord. And you're going to want to remove your consent. You're going to want to file a certified mail letter to your power company and all agents, installers, everyone involved in that power company, wherever you live. Tell them exactly what you want. You do not want a smart meter, you want an analog meter. And you can be as simple as that. You can draw it out long, you can make it simple, but just remove your consent for these, because by not saying you don't want one, you're implying your consent. And so there's a couple people that, like myself, who want to know, how do we keep our analog meters? How do we protect it? And do you have any good solutions for that?
I mean, the first step is really ensuring that what appears to be an analog meter, which is purely electromechanical, there's no electronic components in it, is actually an analog meter. And unfortunately, some utilities have been installing what appear to be analog meters on their face, but behind that they have wireless transmitters.
Wow.
So we encourage people to get these RF analyzers. We sell these on our website, StopSmartMeters.org.
How much do those go for?
$150 plus tax, and it's really worth it. If you can't afford it, maybe pitch in with some of your friends and share it. Because by holding one of these meters up to the meter, you can measure the levels of RF radiation and compare, and you can figure out where the RF, the wireless radiation is coming from in your living space, and source by source eliminate it so that you're living in a healthy environment.
So you can check your microwave, and then go check your DVD player and your Xbox and your Wi-Fi, and just see where these are coming from, because there's many different outputs. I don't carry it on me now. My high-powered tracking device, also known as a Droid phone or your typical iPhone, some people are calling the mark of the beast, because these are RFID chips that we voluntarily keep with us and check throughout the day hundreds of times. Can you talk a little bit about that? About how the difference between, we do have radiation beaming off of these cell phones, but the difference between these smart meters and the apartments, and how many smart meters are being installed in some people's houses?
Yeah, I mean, some people have, depending on how big the complex is, you can have up to 80, 100 smart meters on one bedroom wall. And the person who's inside that bedroom who's trying to sleep in that environment of constantly pulsed radiation, it's not healthy. People have been reporting insomnia, headaches, dizziness, all sorts of different problems.
So for everyone that's watching this, if you've had any of these symptoms, start to think and start to question, if you have these symptoms and you have a smart meter, you now have rights for a claim, and we need to begin suing these people individually. It's now, that's where our power lies. This is all stemming from the movie Take Back Your Power, a film by Joss Del Sol. It's a great film. It won the Aware Transformational Documentary of the Year. Is that correct?
Transformational film award.
2013 Documentary of the Year. It's got everybody. A lot of different activists in it, a lot of different people who are successful with this, stopping these smart meters from coming in. There's a lot of movement in Canada, British Columbia, a lot of people out there, a lot of people in California are rising up to this.
Texas, we got Florida, all over the place.
A lot of people now. This is spreading, and this is internationally. This is going on. I know we talked a little bit about this, and we were in Fort Collins yesterday for the documentary debut, and I do want to give you a coin that I got. This is a Northern Colorado barter network coin.
Nice, that's
it's
great.
Shop with a friend, money as good as honey. The gentleman that started this is Benjamin David Gilmore, and he actually was persecuted for this.
Wow.
And he's actually sitting in prison right now. So we're all reaching out for this. He ended up being charged with arson for an arson that he didn't do. Wow. Our friend Stacy Lynn was so kind to make the film. Burning the Beekeeper, the story of Benjamin David Gilmore. And so this one's for you, Benjamin. We're still fighting the good fight out here. Any last little words you have while you're in Colorado? I know you've been enjoying your trip out here. He's going on a trip, a couple more stops along the way.
Three more stops on the Whistle Stop Smart Meters tour. We're going to Raleigh in a couple days, and down to Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, and then Florida. I'm showing the film and talking to groups in those places.
Okay, and how can people find you online? And
people can go to stopsmartmeters.org, and we've got 4 years of information, of reports of health problems. These things are catching on fire and burning people's homes. There's been fatalities from these fires. There's privacy violations. They can find out exactly what you're doing in your home. This is bad news, folks. Seriously.
Yeah, he really did save the best for last there, folks. I go by Winston Smith on Facebook, and I just got back into the Facebook game. And yeah, Winston Smith, folks, 1984. These smart meters are Orwellian as it gets. They're surveillance monitors. They will specifically tell you, it'll build you a profile. And I actually checked Excel's website here in Denver and saw what they were saying about smart meters. And Excel actually markets it because you get a profile of how much power you use in 15-minute increments. Yeah, they exactly show where you use your power, and they're marketing this to people to be green, which we could talk a lot more about. Stacy Lynn has taught us a lot about Agenda 21 and the connection there. You'll have to do your own research on everything else from here, but check out stopsmartmeters.org. Josh Hart here. It's awesome to be here, and it's great. Anything last comments?
Well,
here?
just if you have an analog meter, you have a right to lock it up and to tell any trespasser, any installer who gets on your property to get off of your property. That's your right. It is your right to keep that analog meter. If you have a smart meter, send a notice of non-compliance, that you revoke your permission to have the smart meter on your property. Give them a deadline. You can purchase analog meters online for $15 and have an electrician remove it. Do not attempt to remove it yourself. You don't know what you're doing. Electricity is extremely dangerous. But you do not, the utilities say these are mandatory. You have to have them. Everyone's having them. Don't believe what anything they say.
Don't believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype. Look at independent grassroots websites like stopsmartmeters.org, emfsafetynetwork.org, takebackyourpower.net. These are all like grassroots sites of regular citizens reporting on the truth. So yeah, look at our FAQ on stopsmartmeters.org if you have questions, and email us at info@stopsmartmeters.org if we can help out. But Colorado is coming together. There's a bunch of people from around the state who are really upset about this and who are taking action. Direct action, civil disobedience is what make some progress in California. So people, having their meters removed, returning them to the utility when they're being installed without permission is absolutely critical. People cannot just throw up their hands. This is a forced, involuntary exposure of a probable human carcinogen. This is causing cancer. According to the World Health Organization, there's a serious cancer risk here. We've got to wake up and look after ourselves, because people are getting really hurt by these things, and it's not okay.
No, it's not. We are changecolorado.org here. Do what you can. Take action immediately. If it's not going to be us, who's it going to be, right? If it's not going to be now, when's it going to be, right? So if it's not here, where's it going to be, right? So here's the time, now's the time, and I think the action's coming here soon. It's a wave, it's coming. It's kind of like their waves. We're going to reverse their waves with good energy. Don't let the fear take over. We have lots of positive solutions with smart meters. It's a scary, scary technology, but just like when you first learned about GMOs and fluoride and all this other stuff going on, we have ways to counteract it. We are going to win.
And I had no idea that cell phones were dangerous. I used a cell phone for many years, and I thought I was an aware activist. This is just like a big blank spot in a lot of people's consciousness. So be aware that we can have technology, we can use technology, we can connect using social media, computers, but plug them in. Wireless technology is a dead-end technology. It's going to be phased out when the scale of human and environmental devastation becomes clear. And in your personal lives, we can get landline telephones. We can use Ethernet cables for our computers. We can not use Wi-Fi routers or baby monitors or microwave ovens. These things are not necessary. It doesn't mean we have to go back to the Stone Age. We just have to do it. We have to get wise, not smart.
Awesome. Well, there it is. Josh Hart, StopSmartMeters.org, Bruce Bauman, we are Change Colorado. Thank you very much.
Thank you.